deserved in his part, and equally remembered by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself the promise of his age, doing in the figure of a lamb that eats the lion.
I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars or no?
I don't know the name, lady.
What is he that you ask for, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedick of Padua. Oh, he's returned, and as pleasant as ever he was.
I pray you. How many have they killed and eaten these wars? But how many have they killed? For indeed I promised to eat all of his killing.
Faith, niece, you tax Signor Benedick too much, but he'll be meat with you, I doubt it not.
He hath been good service in these wars, lady.
Oh, he is a very valiant trenchman. He hath an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier, too, lady.
And a good soldier to a lady. Obviously to a lord.
A lord, a man, all stuffed with honorable virtue.
It is so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man.
You must not, sir, mistake my niece. There's a kind of merry war betwixt Signor Benedick and her. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wit between them.
Alas, he gets nothing with that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now the whole man governed with 1. Who is his companion now? He has every month a new sworn brother.
Impossible?
Very easily possible. He wears his faith, but as the fashion of his hat, it ever changes with the next block. But I pray you, who is his companion? Is there no young squire now that make a voyage with him to the devil?
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord, you will hang upon him like a disease. God help the noble Claudio. If he have caught the Benedict, it will cost him £1,000 ere he be cured.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
Do, good friend.
You will never run mad, niece.
No, not till about January.
Don Pedro's approach.
Good Signor Leonardo, are you come to meet your trouble? The fashion was to avoid cause, and you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace.
This is your daughter.
Oh, her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Signor Benedick, no.
You have it full, Benedick. Truly the lady fathers herself. Be happy, lady, feel like an honorable father.
If Signor Leonato be her father, she would not have his head on her shoulders for all Messina's, liking as she is.
I wonder that you'll still be talking, Signor Benedick. Nobody marks you.
What? My dear Lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Oh, is it possible Disdain should die while she has such meat food to eat as Signor Benedick? Courtesy itself would convert to Disdain if you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat. But it is certain I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted. And I would I find in my heart that I am not a hard heart, for truly, I love none.
Oh, my dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with the pernicious suitor. I thank God my cold blood am of your humor for that. I'd rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swears he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or another shall steal a predestinate scratched face.
Right, and then make it worse and true such face as yours were.
Well, you are a rare Herod teacher.
Better word of my tongue than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue, and so good a continuer, but keep your way. In God's name, I have done.
You always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
That is the sum of all, you know. Signor Claudio, Signor Benedick, and you and Leonardo hath invited me. I tell him we shall stay here at the least a month.
I bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled to the prince, your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I'm not of many words, but I thank you.
Please, your grace, lead on.
You're happy, Leonardo. We will go together.
Signor Benedick, this I not the daughter of Signor Leonardo.
I know 'tis her not, but I love Donner.
She not a modest young lady?
Do you question me as an honest man should do for my simple true judgment? Or would you have me speak after my custom, as being a professed tyrant to their sex?
No, I pray thee speak in sober judgment.
Why, if faith me thinks she's too low for a high praise, too brown for a fair praise, and too little for a great praise. Only this commendation can I afford her, that were she other than she were unhandsome, and being none other but as she were, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I'm in sport, I pray thee. How thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a king to put it into.
In my mind, she is the sweetest lady that I ever looked upon.
I can see her without spectacles, and I see no such matter. There's her cousin, and if she were possessed with a fury, exceeds her in beauty as much as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself. I would sworn the contrary. If Hero would be my wife.
Yes, come to this. Shall I never see your antler free score again? Go to, with faith, and that will needs thrust thy neck into a yoke, bear the print of it, and sigh away Sundays.
What secret hath held you hither fall not to thee not?
I would do grace with constrain to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
On my allegiance, he is in love. With who? Now that is your grace's part. Mark how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonato's short daughter.
If this were so, so were it uttered.
Amen. For if you love her, for the lady is very well worth it.
You wish to fetch me in, my lord.
By my troth, I speak my thought.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And by my two faiths and trust, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
But I neither feel how she should be loved, nor know how she should be worthy, is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me.
Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic in the spite of beauty.
Never could maintain his part, but in the force of his will.
That no woman conceived me. I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks, because I will not do the wrong to mistrust any. I will do myself the right to trust none. I will live a bachelor.
I will see thee, ere I look pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my lord, not with love.
Well, as time shall try. In time the savage bull doth bear the yoke.
The savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedick bear, pluck out the bull's horns and set them in my forehead, and let them be vilely painted. And in such great letters as they write, here you may see Benedick, the merry man.
If that should ever happen, you'd be born mad.
Nay, if keep have not spent all scribble Venice, thou wilt quake for this short.
I look for an earthquake too then.
In the meantime, good Signor Benedick, repair to Leonatus, commend me to him, and tell him I will not fail him at supper, for he hath made great preparation.
Ere you flout old ends any further, examine your conscience. And so I leave you.
My liege, your highness now may do me good.
My love is thine to teach. Teach but how? Thou shalt see how 'tis learned. Any hard lesson that may do thee good.
Hath Leonardo any son, my lord?
No child but Hero, she's his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio?
My lord, when I went onward on this ended action, I looked upon her with a soldier's eye that liked, had a rougher task in hand, than to drive likings in the name of love. But now that I've returned, and those war thoughts have left their places vacant in their rooms, come thronging soft with delicate desires, all prompting me how fair young Hero is. Saying I liked her, ere I went to wars.
That will be like a lover presently, entire the hero with a book of words. If thou dost love fair Hero, cherish it, and I'll break with her hand with her father, thou shalt have it. 'Twas not to this end that thou began to twist so fine a story.
How greatly do you minister love, no love's grief by its complexion.
I know that have reveled tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise, and tell fair Hero I am Claudio. In her bosom all unclasp my heart, and take her hearing prisoner with the force and strong captive of my amorous tale. Then after to her father I will break, and the conclusion is, she shall be thine. In practice, let us put it presently.
What's the big year, my lord? Why are you thus out of measure sad?
There is no measure in the occasion that breathes. Therefore, the sadness is without limit.
You should hear reason.
And when I have heard it, what blessing brings it?
If not a present remedy, at least a patient sufferance.
I wonder that thou, being as thou sayest thou art, born under Saturn, goest about to apply a moral medicine to a mortifying mischief. I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause, and smile no man's jests.
Yea, but you must not make the full show of this till you may do so without controlment. You have of late stood out against your brother, and he had taken you newly into his grace, for it is impossible you should take the true root by the fair weather you make yourself. It is needful you frame the season for your own harvest.
I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace, and it better fits my blood to be disdained by all for the passionate courage to rob love of me. In this, though, it cannot be said that I'm a flattering and honest man. It must not be denied that I'm a plain-dealing villain. I am trusted with a muzzle, and enfranchised with the claw. Therefore, I could treat not to see my speech. If I had my mouth, I would bite it, and if I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, though, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of your discontentment?
I make all use of it, for I use it only. One use, Verges.
I came yonder from the great supper. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by Leonardo, and I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Does it serve for any model to put the mischief on? Who is he for a fool to betroth himself to quietness?
Mary, it's your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio.
Even he.
A proper squire. Which way looks he?
Mary, our hero, the daughter and heir of Leonardo.
I came into this.
Being entertained for a perfumer as I was smoking a musty room, comes me, the prince, and Claudio, hand in hand in sad conference. I wit ye behind the arras, and never had it agreed upon, but the prince should woo her for himself, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, let us thither. This may prove to my displeasure. That young star hath all the glory of my overthrow, and if I can cross him any way, I bless myself in every way. Your both sure will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Let us to the great supper.
Benedick. The one is too like an image and says nothing, and the other is too like my lady's eldest son, ever more tattling.
Then have Senior Benedick's tongue in Count John's mouth, and have Count John's melancholy in Senior Benedick's face.
With the good leg and the good foot, uncle, and money enough in his purse, such a man would win any woman in the world, if he could get her goodwill.
And my troth, niece, thou wilt never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
If God send me no husband, for the which blessing I met him upon my knees every morning and evening. Oh, Lord, I cannot hear a husband with a beard on his face.
You may lay on a husband that hath no beard.
And what should I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my gentle waiting woman? He that hath a beard is more than youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, I am not for him.
Well then, go you into hell.
Oh, no, but to the gate. And there was the devil meet me, like an old couple with horns on his head, and saying, "Get you to heaven, Beatrice, get you to heaven. Here's no place for you maids." So I went to St. Peter. He shows me where the bachelors sit, and there we live, merry as the day is long.
Well, niece, I trust you will be ruled by your father.
Say, yes, it is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, "Father, as it please you." And yet, for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another curtsy and say, "Father, as it please me."
Well, niece, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men out of some other metal than earth.
Daughter, remember what I told you. If the prince do solicit you in that kind, you know your answer.
The fault will be the music, cousin, if you be not with a good time. If the prince be too important, tell him there's measure in everything, and so dance out the end.
Cousin, you apprehend passing shrewdly.
I have a good eye, uncle. I can see church by daylight.
Revelers are entering.
Down with your friend.
true, I counterfeit him.
You can never do him so ill well unless you were the very man. You are he.
Add a word, I am not.
Do you think I do not know you by your excellent wit? Can virtue hide itself? Good above that you are he. Graces will appear and there's an end.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you upon me.
Nor will you not tell me who you are?
Not now.
That I was disdainful, that I had my good wit out of your very hands. Why, this is Signor Benedick that says so.
Oh, what's he?
I'm sure that you know him well enough.
No, Lord, believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray you, what is he?
Why, he is the prince's jester, a very dull fool. Only his commendation is in his love for high wit. None but villains delight in him, and the commendation is not his wit but his ability. For they both laugh at him and beat him. I am sure that he will beat. I would he had afforded me.
When I know the gentleman, I'll hear what you say.
Do. We must all believe
In all good things.
Sure, my brother's amorous on her and has withdrawn with the father to break with him about it. The ladies follow, and but one prizer remains.
And that is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are you not Signor Benedick?
You know me well, I am he.
Signor, you are very near to my brother in his love. He is enamored on her. I pray you dissuade him from her. She is no equal for his birth, and you may do the part of an honest man.
How knows you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affections for her.
So did I too, and he swore he'd marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquet.
Thus I answer in the name of Benedick. But hear these ill news in the ears of Claudio? 'Tis certain so! The prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things, safe in the office and the affairs of love. Therefore all hearts in love use their own tongues. And let every eye negotiate for itself, and trust no agent, for beauty is a witch whose fate charms melt it into blood. This is an accident of hourly proof, which I mistrusted not. Farewell, therefore, hero.
Oh, Count Claudio.
Yea, the same.
Come, will you go with me?
Whither?
Or even to the next willow about your own business, County, for the prince has got your hero.
I wish him joy of it.
Why, that's spoken like an honest rover, so they sell bullets. Did you think the prince would have served you the...
I pray you leave me.
Oh, now you strike like the blind man. 'Twas the boy that stole your meat, and you'll reap the both.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Oh, alas, more hurt foul. Now only creep into sedges. But that my lady Beatrice should know me, and not know me? The prince's fool? Ha! It may be I go into that title because I am married. Yea, but so I am apt to do myself wrong. I am not so reputed. It is the base, though bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world into her person, and so gives me action. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Now, Senor, where's the Count? Did you see him?
Troth, my lord, I have played the part of Lady Fame. I found him here as melancholy as a lodge in a warren. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace had got the goodwill of this young lady, and I offered him my company to a willow tree, after to bind him a garland as being forsaken, or to bind him up a rod as being worthy to be whipped.
To be whipped? What's his fault?
The flat transgression of a schoolfoot, who, being overjoyed at the finding a bird's nest, shows it his companion, and he steals it.
Will that make a trusted transgression? The transgression is in the stealing.
Yet it had not been amiss the rod had been made in the garland as well, for the garland might have worn himself, and the rod might have bestowed upon you, who, as I take it, have stolen his bird's nest.
I'll but teach them to sing, and then restore them to the owner.
If your singing answer their saying, by my faith you say honestly.
The lady Beatrice hath a quarrel with you. The gentleman that death you, although she is much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me, past assurance of a block. Hello, but with one green leaf on it would have answered her. My very body's would begin to assume life and scolded her. She told me, not thinking I'd been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great thought, huddling just upon just with such impossible conveyance upon me, that I stood like a man in a mark, with the whole army shooting at me. She speaks pardons, and every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there were no living near her, she would infect to the North Star. I would not marry her that she were endowed with all that Adam had left him before he transgressed. Come, talk not of her, you shall find her the infernal arcane, good apparel. I would to God some scholar would conjure her. For certainly, while she is here, a man may live as quiet in hell as in a sanctuary, and people would sit upon purpose because they would go thither. So, indeed, all this quiet horror and perturbation follows her.
Look, here she comes.
Will your grace command me any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand announce the antiquities that you can devise to send me on. Bet you a toothpicker for the furthest edge of Asia. Bet you a hair off the great John's beard. Do you any embassage to the pygmies, rather than hold three words conference with this heartbeat? You have no employment for me?
None, but to desire your good company.
Oh, God, sir, here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You've lost the heart of Signor Benedick.
Yea, my lord. He lent me a while and I gave him use for it. A double heart for a single one. Married. Once, before he wanted me with false dice. Therefore your grace may well say I've lost it.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
So I not you should do me, my lord, lest I should prove the mother of fools. I brought Count Claudio, whom your grace sent me to see.
Why, how now, Counts? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad nor sick nor merry nor well, but civil Count, civil as an orange, and something of that jealous complexion.
In faith, lady, I think your blades to be true. Now I'll be sworn, if he be so, his conceit is false. Here, Claudio, I have wounded thy name, and fair hero is one. I have broken her father, and his goodwill obtained. Name the day of the marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace hath made them ancient. All grace say amen to it.
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the perfect fill of joy. I love little happy if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give away myself to you and dote upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss, and let not him speak neither.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Yea, my lord, I think the poor fool who keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
Good Lord for alliance. Thus goes everyone to the world, but I am sunburnt. I may sit in a corner and cry, hey-ho, for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I'll get you one.
I'd rather have one of your father's getting. Had your grace hair brother like you, your father got excellent husband to make you come by one.
Will you have me, lady?
No, my lord. Unless I have enough for working days. Your grace is much too costly to wear each day. But I beseech your grace, pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me. To be married best becomes you, for out of the question you were born in a merry hour.
No, sure, my lord. My mother cried, but then there was a star danced, and under that was I born. Cousins, God give you joy.
Oh, that's true. A pleasant-spirited lady.
Oh, there's little of the melancholy elements in her, my lord. She is never sad, but when she sleeps, and not ever sad then. For I've heard my daughter say that she hath often dreamt of unhappiness, and waked herself with laughter.
She cannot endure to tell the husband.
Oh, by no means. She mocks all who was out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedick.
Oh, Lord, my lord. If they were but a week married, they would talk themselves mad.
Captain Claudio, when may you go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord, time goes on crutches till love has all its rights.
Not till Monday, my dear son, which is hence a just sevennight, and a time too brief, too, to have all things answer my mind.
I warrant thee, Claudio, the time not go dully by us. I will, in the interim, undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to take the Signor Benedick and Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection. The one over the other. Our faith have a match, and doubt not but to fashion it. If you here will but administer such assistance, I shall give you direction.
My lord, I am for you, though it cost me 10 nights' watchings.
And I, my lord. And you too, gentle hero?
I will do any of my modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to get a husband.
And Benedick is not the most unhopeful husband I know. Thus far I can praise him. He is of noble strain, of approved valor, and confirmed honesty. I will teach you how to humor your cousin that she should fall in love with Benedick. And I, with your two helps, will so practice on Benedick that in spite of his quick wit and queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is elegant archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love paths. Go on with me, and I will tell you my drift.
It is so. The Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonardo.
Yea, my lord, but I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment would prove invincible to me. I am sick in displeasure to him, and whosoever comes athwart his affection ranges evenly with mine. How can us thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, my lord, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear to me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told your lordship a year since how much I'm in favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to hero.
I remember.
I can at any unseasonable instant of the night appoint her to look out the lady's chamber window.
What likes him not to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in you, Sir Temper. Go you to the prince. Spare not to tell him that he has wronged his honor in marrying the renowned Claudio, whose estimation you mightily will look to a contaminated sale such as one as hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to mislead the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo hero, and kill Leonardo. If you for any other issue?
Only to despite them I will endeavor anything.
Go then, find me a meet hour to draw Don Pedro and Count Claudio alone. Tell them that you know that hero loves me. Intend a kind of zeal to both the prince and Claudio. They will scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them instances that shall bear no less likelihood than to see me out her chamber window. Hear me call Margaret hero. Hear Margaret term me Claudio. For in the meantime, I will so fashion the matter that hero shall be absent. And there shall be such seeming truth of her disloyalty that jealousy shall be called assurance, and all the preparations overthrown.
Throw this toward the first issue of pay. I will put it in practice. Be cunning and working this, my fee is 1,000 ducats.
Be you constant in the accusation, and my cunning shall not shame me.
We'll go presently learn the day of marriage.
I do much wonder at one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love will, after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such man is Claudio. I have known when there was no music with him but the drum and the pipe, and now he had rather hear the tabor and the fife. I have known when he would have walked 10 miles afoot to see a good armor, and now will he lie 10 nights away carving the fashion of a new double. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose, like an honest man and a soldier. And now was he turned or thought with thee. Words are a very fantastical banquet, just so many strange dishes. May I be so converted and see with these eyes? I cannot tell, I think not. I'll not be sworn, but love may transform me to an oyster. But I'll take my oath on it, till he have made an oyster of me, he shall never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. But till all graces come into one woman shall not come into my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Noble, or not I for an angel. Of excellent discourse, a good musician, and her hair shall be... Of what color, please, God? The prince of Monsieur Love. I'll hide in the yard.
Come, shall we hear this music?
Yea, my good lord.
See where Benedick hath hid himself?
Oh, very well, my lord.
Come, Balthasar. Hear that song again.
Sigh no more, lady, sigh no more. No one sings as I, the one foot on sea, and one on
blessing is bluntly enough for a shift.
And he had let a dog into the campus, they would have hanged him.
I pray you, give us some excellent music, for tomorrow night we have the Lady Hero's chamber window.
The best I can, my lord.
Do so. Leonardo, what was it you told me of today? That your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedick?
Oh, stuck on the foul sits. I did never think her ladyship loved any man.
No, nor I neither, but most wonderful that she should so dote on Signor Benedick, whom she hath in all outward behavior seemed ever to abhor.
Is possible? Since the wind in that corner?
By my troth, my lord, I cannot tell what to think of it, but that she loves him with an enraged affection, it is past the infinite of thought.
Maybe she doth, but counterfeits.
Faith, like enough.
Oh God, counterfeit! There was never counterfeit of passion came so near the life of passion as she discovered it.
Why? What effects of passion shows she?
Beat the hook well, this fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? She will sit you. You heard my daughter tell you how?
She did indeed.
How? How, I pray you? You amaze me! I would have thought her spirit benefits against all assaults of affection.
I would have sworn it had, especially against Benedick.
I should think this is a goldman that the white-haired fellow speaks.
He obtained the infection, hold it up.
Hath she made her affection known to Benedick?
No, and swears she never will. That's her torment.
'Tis true indeed. For your daughter says, shall I say, says she, that so often countered him with scorn. Write to him and tell him I love him.
She'll be up 20 times a night, and there she will sit in her smock till she have writ a sheet of paper.
Now, I remember a sheet of paper your pretty just daughter told us of.
Oh, she tore the letter into 1,000 halfpence, praying at herself that she should be so immodest to write to one that she knew would flout her.
And then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears at her breast, curses, oh, sweet Benedick, God give me patience!
She doth indeed, and the ecstasy hath so much overborne her that my daughter is sometimes afeard she may do a desperate outrage to herself.
It were good that Benedick would divine some other if she will not discover it.
To what end? You make but a sport of it, and torment the poor lady worse.
She's an excellent sweet lady, and out of all suspicion she is virtuous.
And she's exceeding wise.
In everything but in loving Benedick.
I am sorry for her, as I have just cause to be her uncle and her guardian.
I pray you, tell Benedick of it and hear what he will say.
For it's good, think you?
Hero thinks surely she will die, for she says she will die if you love her not, and she will die if you woo her, and she will die if she just plain doesn't tell her.
She doth well, but she may tender of her love. 'Tis very possible he'll scorn her, for the man, as you know all, hath a very contemptible spirit.
He is a very proper man,
He hath indeed a good outward happiness.
before God and in my mind very wise,
He doth indeed show some sparks that are likewise.
and I take him to be valiant.
As Hector, I assure you. Shall we go see Benedick and tell him of her love?
No, never tell him, my lord. Let him wear it out with a good counsel.
Oh, nay, that's impossible. She may wear her heart out first.
Well, we're here to further by your daughter. Let it cool. I love Benedick well, and I could wish he would modestly examine himself to see how unworthy he is so good a lady.
Will you walk, my lord? Dinner is ready.
If you not dote upon this, I never trust my expectations.
Like the same with these her, your daughter, her gentleman must I said her, let's call him into dinner.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They have the proof of this from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have the full bent. Well, me? Why? It must be requited. I hear how I am censured. They say I'll bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say, too, she'll rather die than give any outward sign of affection. I must not seem proud. Happy are they that hear their detractions and can put them to the mender. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis a truth, I can bear the witness. And virtuous, 'tis so, I cannot reprove it. And wise, but for loving me. By my troth, 'tis no addition to her wit, nor great argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. I may chance have some odd quirks and bits of remnant broken on me because I have rebelled so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter?
The man loves the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. Shall these quips and sentences and paper bullets of the mind awe a man for the career of his humor? No. The world must be peopled. When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I were to live to see myself married. Here comes Beatrice. By this day, she's a fair lady. I do spice the marks of love in her.
Against my will, I'm sent to bid you come in to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks you took pains to thank me. If they'd been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure then in the message?
Yay! Just as much as you may take in a nice point and show for dull wall. You have no stomach, senor? Very well.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for those things than you took pains to thank me. Why, that's as much as to say, any pains I take for you are as easy as thanks. If I do not take pity of her, I am a villain. I will go get her picture.
Benedick. He is the only man of Italy, always except my dear Claudio. I pray you not be angry with me, madam, speaking my fancy. Senior Benedick, for shame, forbearing, argument, and valor, goes foremost in report through Italy. Indeed, he hath an excellent good name. His excellence did earn it ere he had it. When are you married, madam? Why, every day. Tomorrow. Come, go in. I'll show thee some attires and have that counsel which is the best to furnish me with. She's I warrant you we have caught her, madam. If it proves so, then loving goes by halves. Some cupids kill with arrows, some with traps.
What fire is in my ears? Oh, can this be true? Said I condemned for pride and scorned so much? Contempt, farewell, and maiden pride adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. Oh, and Benedick, love on. I will requite thee, tending my wild heart to thy loving hand. Oh, if thou dost love, my kindness shall say thee, dividing loves up in a holy band. For others to say, thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reporting it.
I'll bring you thither, my lord, if you God save me.
Nay, they'll be great soil and glossy new barracks, that should show a child his new coat, and then forbid him to wear it. I will only be bold with Benedick, or his company. For from the crown of his head to the sole of his foot, he is all mirth. He is much at first that Cupid's bowstring, and little hangman dare not shoot him. He has a heart as stout as a bell, and his tongue is the clapper. For what his heart thinks, his tongue speaks.
Gallants, I am not as high as that.
Don't say anything to ourselves.
I hope ye be in love.
There's no true drop of blood in him, be truly touched with love.
I have the two things. Let's say I, he is in love.
There is no appearance of fancy in him.
If he be not in love, there is no proving old
Oh,
science.
indeed, he looks younger than he did.
Nay, he rubs himself with Chevette. Can you smell him out like that?
That is as much to say as the sweet youths in love.
The greatest note of it is in his nose.
Oh, and when was he born to wash his face?
Indeed, that does a heavy tale for him. Conclude, he is in love.
Nay, but I know who loves him.
That I would know too. I warrant, one that knows him knows.
Yes, and his ill conditions, and despite of all, dies for him.
Yet is this no charm as before the true thing. Oh, Signor, walk aside with me. I have studied 8 or 9 words to speak to you, which these haughty horses must not hear.
Well, my life, the break will come about Beatrice.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good evening.
If pleasure served, I would speak with you.
In private?
If it please you, yet Count Claudio may hear, for what I have to speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow.
You know he does.
I know not that when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aid better at me by that which I will now manifest. For my brother, I believe he holds you well, and the dearness of heart hath helped to infect your ensuing marriage. Surely suit ill spent and labor ill bestowed.
Why? What's the matter?
I came hither to tell you, and circumstances shortened, the lady is disloyal.
Who, hero?
Even she. Lady Otto's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal.
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I could say she were worse than for worse title, and I will fit her to it. Wonder not till further word. Go vote with me tonight, and you shall see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wedding, but it would better fit your honor for you to change your mind.
May this be so?
I will not think it.
If you believe not what you see, confess not that you know. I will show you enough, and when you see more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I should see anything tonight where I should not marry her, tomorrow after congregation where I should wed, there will I shame her.
As I move for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her.
I will disparage her no further. Bear it coldly, but till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
The dance will be turned.
Midst of strainly thwarted,
O playwright well prevented, so you will say when you've seen the sequel.